another video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, please. It only takes 3 seconds, because once I get to 1K, I'm doing a giveaway. Make sure you like, comment, and share my video. Let's see, by the title, y'all can tell exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. Today is a story time, y'all. Yes, a story time. So, and as y'all, it's probably about the sound. I sound loud to myself, but iPhone don't pick up the sounds good. So, it might sound different because I'm not filming it on my camera, because I don't have time to edit off my laptop. So, I'm going to be editing off my phone. So, by the title, y'all can tell exactly what video this is and everything like that. Before I get into this video, I will be using a fake name for the person because I don't have time for that. I do not feel like anything, because I don't know if that person is watching this. You feel what I'm saying? This person is crazy. That I don't have time for that. But with all that being said, let's get straight into this video, because a lot of y'all been asking me on Snapchat and stuff like that. I spoke on it a little bit on Snapchat, but a lot of people been asking me for this video. So why not just do a story time? So I'm gonna do a story time for you guys, and y'all be ready for the next few story times that I have, because everybody said that they would like for me to do more story times on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna drop story time after story time after story time. But this story time, y'all, I know y'all ready for it, because y'all been asking for this one. So, and I'm gonna just speak on our relationship and then why I left him. But I will be showing y'all pictures of like how toxic he is. I'm going to show pictures in my video of how toxic he is, because that don't make no sense. But with all that being said, let's just get straight into this video. So I want to say around 2018, maybe 2017, I started talking to this boy, and I'm gonna name this boy Crazy. So I started talking to Crazy, okay, and we was just texting as friends and stuff like that. On first, we was texting on Snapchat as friends, because he kept on signing up on my pictures, and I was just like, thank you, you know, stuff like that. So I'm gonna name him Crazy. So, you know, it's getting, you know, like a little juicy, you know, like I like him. You know, like whenever you text somebody and you start liking them based off like the conversations you have with them. So I started liking him. So then we exchanged numbers and stuff like that, and we started texting outside of Snapchat. And so what had happened was, and y'all excuse my fan in the back, because that's what is on my fan. So please excuse that in the back. But anyways, so we started texting and stuff like that. The next thing you know, I found out he was in jail. And so I was like, oh no. And at the time, I was very young. I was like maybe 16 or 17. I was young. But I'm going to say that I was young, even though I was like a couple years ago. I'm going to just say I was young. But I was like, I can't talk to no boy in jail. Like, I was being like stuck up bad. Like, I can't talk to no boy that's in jail. Stuff like that. So once that happened, I was just like, you guys to go. And so a shade room texted me while he was in jail and talked to him. What are y'all talking about? Like, I was fussing with them, and I'm gonna try to show that I think I still have the screenshots. I don't know if I do have the screenshots. It's gonna be right here. But if not, I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, they was like, I know you and Crazy talk and stuff like that. So I was just like, psh, petty stuff. Like, I never even really like was in a relationship with this boy. And so then months go by. Finally, it's 2019. I moved to Texas, okay? I haven't spoke to Crazy after he had went to jail and stuff like that. I moved to Texas, so like months was going by. So then next thing you know, he texted me. He was out the blue, and he was like, I miss you, and yada yada yada. And he had texted me that on Snapchat, because I ended up getting a brand new phone once I got to Texas. He texted me, he missed me, yada yada yada. And I'm just like, okay? And so by that time I had already gotten into a relationship with somebody, so I was kind of being dry because it was like, you're not my nigga. So it's like, why should I be talking to you? So he was steady going, blah, blah, blah. So me and my dude, I'm gonna call him toxic, me and my dude was just like having a toxic relationship. Like, it was toxic, and we ended up breaking up for a little while because he had cheated on me. And so whenever I had went back to Louisiana and I was to my auntie's house, I called up Crazy and I told Crazy to pull up on me. Y'all, so he comes or whatever, and he was just off the flap, he was so disrespectful. Cause like, he walk in, he didn't say hi, hello, and stuff like that. He walk in, he goes sit down on the couch. So my aunt was like, you're not gonna say hello? Like, what are you doing, sir? And so next thing you know, Crazy was just like, oh, I'm sorry, hi. And then there was like, so what is your name? And he said his name. And so she was like, oh, okay. And so she was just clowning. If you know my auntie, y'all know she likes to clown. That's my favorite. That's my heart. But she likes to clown and stuff like that. And so she was, like picking and stuff like that. Nothing serious. Nothing for you to get in your feelings about. So I guess he got in his feelings and he was ready to go. And he had a truck. And so I was just like, he got a car, but he went to jail. I don't know. And so after that, Crazy was like, so I was like, let me walk you outside. And so then Crazy was trying to, if y'all could put two and two together, y'all kind of already get what I'm trying to say. Crazy was trying to outside, and I was not on that. I was like, no thank you, like, no. Then he was like, well, we can go in the back tomorrow. I was like, no. I kept saying no. And so then, like, he wanted to talk and this and that. And like me, I'm real goofy, and he was not feeling my goofiness. Like, he kept on saying, you acting childish, you're acting childish, you're acting childish. But everybody knows me, knows that I'm really goofy. So it's like, if you don't like my goofiness, then you guys to go. Like, and so after that, I went back home to Texas and stuff like that. Me and him didn't talk again. So finally I graduated and stuff. And so he started texting me on Snapchat once he seen that I graduated. And he was just like, how you been? Like chopping it up and stuff like that. And I was like, I've been good. And I had a car. I'm sorry, Mama, if you watching this. I'm so sorry. So I had a car and stuff, and I was like just going to see him and stuff like that in my car after work. Let's get it straight. After work, because I still was going to work, honey. Yeah, gotta get your coins. But anyways, I was going to work, but like after work I would go see him sometimes and stuff like that. And he stayed with his other teammates and his coach. And Crazy was giving dirty. Yeah. So, and no, I do not care how he feels about it. I don't. But anyways, Crazy was giving dirty. Let's just put it out like that. Crazy was giving real dirty. Real stanky. Okay, so, but I'm thinking, like, a boy is a boy. Boys are, but I know some boys who's like clean, like neat freaks. And he wasn't giving me neat freak. He was giving me dumpster. And so after that, so I'm gonna just backtrack a little bit. When I was going to his house, I would go bring him snacks and stuff. Mind you, he would never bring me any snacks. He would never give me anything. When my mama told me, you never need a nigga for nothing, you don't have to depend on nobody for nothing, I get what she means. So I was getting him snacks and stuff, drinks. I remember one time I only had $13 in my purse. I literally split that in half and gave it to him. I brought him canes when I would get off of work, everything. So I had finally, when I had moved out of my mama's house, I went to his house for one night and I couldn't sleep. Like me, I have to know the person like good, like really good, in order for me to sleep. And I couldn't sleep, y'all. Like I really couldn't. So like I maybe slept for like 10 minutes, and then I had to go to work for 9 o'clock in the morning. Y'all, let me tell y'all, he almost got in a wreck on my way to work. What else? I had to brush my teeth at work. Never again. Yeah. And so at that point, I didn't want him to come pick me up. I did not want to go back to his house to stay asleep. So I called my godfather. My godfather came pick me. And that's how that went. Okay, so finally, I had ended up getting my car back, because that was a big ordeal. But I finally got my car back. And we were still, like, you know, texting and talking and stuff like that. Basically, you could say we was in a relationship at this point. So, because me and Toxic, we was done. Like, done. Well, no, we wasn't done, but, like, we was on the verge of being done. It became so bad, like, we was just over each other. So, when me and Crazy just started vibing and stuff, like, I wouldn't answer the phone for Toxic, because I was just like, he's toxic. Like, that's the whole point of his name. And so after that, let me think. After that, okay, yeah. So I would be getting off of work. I would bring him lunch. I'll go bring him dinner and stuff like that. I'll chop it up with him for a little while. I slept there maybe 2 more times, and then I just couldn't bear. He would get mad at me for the dumbest things ever, y'all. Like, I swear to God, like, I had put his shoes on one time, and I was just walking around it, and he swear to God that I creased his shoes when I really didn't crease them. They was already creased when I put the shoes on. Like, why would I crease your shoes? Like, but anyway, so he had swear to God that I had creased his shoes and everything, like, trying to make me buy him another pair of shoes and stuff, and that wasn't gonna happen. I'm sorry. No. So after that, after me, you know, sleeping to his house every now and then, it became like, I don't know, like, it became like a real relationship to me. Like, it wasn't just like a relationship where, like, y'all messing around, but like, it had became like serious, kind of, sort of. And so I don't know, like, me personally, if I'm sleeping to your house and I don't know you like that, and like, I don't know you good enough, I'm not gonna leave my purse around you. So I would leave my purse in my car. Okay, I'll leave my purse in my car when I'll go stay to his house and stuff like that. And next thing, well, no, that's okay. Let me. I'm moving too fast. I'm sorry, y'all, because I don't have my phone to look at this because I'm filming off my phone. But let me backtrack. So when me and him, when I would stay to his house and stuff like that, my shoes would make that sticky noise. Like, you know, whenever you step in some, I'm gonna say like a strawberry soda, like a strawberry Fanta, like if it's spilled, it's sticky. Well, when I would walk on his floor, that's the sounds it was making, like that sticky sound. And I was like, why is it doing that? Like, I know my shoes aren't dirty. Like, why is it doing that? And so I couldn't understand, like, why it was doing that and stuff like that. Until one day he left me there alone, y'all. Like, I pulled up to his house. I can't remember if he left or I had pulled up to. No, he told me to pull up, and I had pulled up, and he was like, just go inside. And it just so happened that I just went inside, like. And so I went in or whatever. The coach and his girlfriend was there, so I said hello. And I just go to his room, and like every time me and him would like play fight and stuff like that, I would try to like open the closet, like, because I was gonna go hide in there. But this time, like, he would block it, like I couldn't go in his closet. So one time when I was there alone, I wanted to know what he was hiding in that closet. So I went in his closet, and I regret doing that, because let me tell y'all why I regret doing that. I'm not gonna say, I know boys are boys, but boy, this right here is disgusting, is what I'm about to tell you. Crazy had been put, okay, let me just tell y'all from my point of view, because I can't just say it like that. I walk in, I open the closet door. Well, no, first I was sitting on the bed. I was sitting like this. I was like twiddling on my phone. And so then after that, I'm looking at the closet looking at me, and then I'm looking back at the closet, and then it's looking back at me, and it just said open me. So when the closet said open me, I opened her. Like, what's up, closet? Like, what's up? So I opened the closet, and then after that, I discovered the most disgusting shit ever. First, when I first opened the closet, my observations was just like, what the fuck? At the top, they had like some plates, like eating plates, mind you, eating plates, dirty eating plates. Like, they had the plates at the top of the closet, like that shelf where you could put like your shoes at. That's what was up there, some plates. Then I'm digging and digging, because at this point now I'm like, oh, maybe I feel bad for going through it. No. So I was like, let me try to just pick this up. Still trying to be a good girlfriend. And so I picked up the plates, I put it on the dresser. And then after that, I started trying to pick up the clothes and put them all in one pile, so like when you walk into your closet you can see everything. And as I'm picking up the clothes, one day when I was to his house, I had told him, why is your plate of food still on the dresser? And that plate of food that he had that was on the dresser, it was some wings, but like he had just finished eating his wings. The wings was in the closet. Disgusting, like gross. So the wings was in the closet, and I was just in complete shock, like in disgust. Like, people really do this? Like, that's gross. Compared from what I grew up around, we don't leave our food in our closet. I don't know where you from, but we don't do that from where I'm from. And yeah, we don't get down like that. So the wings was in the closet with his clean clothes. So now I'm picking up the plate of wings, and you could tell it's been there for a minute, mind you, because those wings had to have been sitting there for weeks, because it was there before I even left before I had left my mama, from being to my mama house. Those wings was on that dresser, and so it was there for a while, and I was just like, gross. So then I finally was like, okay, let me just pick this up. Still trying to be a good person. I seen an empty ice cream container, like one of those little, I don't know, it's like shaped like this. One of those, not the round ones, the ones that shaped like this. So I picked it up, it was empty. I just put it with the plate of bones. And then I'm picking up. And then I'm like, bro, my hand fucking stinks. It smells pee. I looked and I see a water bottle has some yellow stuff in it. But then it was like a Gatorade bottle with some more water bottles with the same substance in it. And so I was like, what the fuck? So then I just grabbed a bag and I just started throwing it all in there. And then I'm just like, dude, it's starting to stink really bad. Still not catching on, because if you know me, you know I'm slow. Still not catching on. So then I was finally done with the closet. I never folded the clothes. I just picked up the trash, put it in the bag, and, closed it. Cool. So now I'm going towards like where his desk little area was. I'm gonna just put this is the desk area. I go in the corner because that's what had like the most trash, and I was picking it up, and then they had like this Yeti cup, and I picked it up fast. But like, when you could smell something from afar away, as soon as I picked it up, it hit me and it was pee. So I did this. Like, I'm like, okay, say this is the Yeti bottle. So I picked it up and it was like here, and I just went like this, and like I held it away from me, and like I was about to throw up and stuff. So like I hurry up and I went throw it out in the toilet, because it's piss. And so then I'm like, that's what the hell was up in those Gatorade and water bottles, like that was piss. And so I was just like, that's gross and stuff. And so after that, like I just decided like I'm gonna just sweep. I already started, so it's not like he's gonna know I went through his room regardless. So I was like, I'm just gonna finish what I started. And so I went run to the Dollar Tree. Yes, I did wash my hands. Whenever I dumped the pee out, I went wash my hands. But anyways, I went run to the dollar store. I got me some gloves. I got some air fresheners. Then I got those little things that you put in the bathroom, like that. It's like it got like that gummy substance or whatever. I went and put that. I got that. I got some air freshener. And I got like this another smelling thing, but it got like those little beady things in it. I don't know. It look like some little orb, not orb. I'm gonna pull a picture of it, what I'm talking about. So at this point, once I go, and did I say I got candles? I think I did, but I got candles too. And so once I get back to his house, I'm cleaning up. He's still not back, y'all, and it's been about 2 hours since I've been in there. Feel like. So I fixed the bed. I swept. I disinfected like everything, the dresser, the desk, where the game was. I look under the bed. There was a fucking pizza box, dude. A fucking pizza box. Domino's pizza box under the bed. I wish I would have took pictures. I swear to God, y'all, I really wish I would have took pictures of this. I'm gonna go look in me and my ex co-worker's messages to see if I did send her some pictures, but I don't remember. But then after that, when I seen the pizza box, that's when I call her, and I'm showing like I'm under his bed, and I'm like, look, and she's like, get out, like she's telling me to get out of there. And so I was just like, let me just light this candle and fix the bed. Obviously, like that's the last thing I had to do. And the bed was not even really messed up. So I fixed the bed. I opened like the little beady things. I opened like the little you know, like those little things that you put on top of your toilet, like it's those little gummy things, but it's like a freshener. I opened that. I put it like around the area. I put one in the closet. I remember I put one on the desk, and then the candle was, yeah, the candle was on like the TV thing. I put on the game. I put on the TV. I put the remotes and everything on the bed, and I got the fuck. And I was supposed to stay asleep that night, but I didn't. So, you know, he's all posted up on Snap. He was like, he said something. He was like, good night, because his room was clean. He posted like him laying in bed and the TV on, like, you know how y'all be doing that. He posted good night. So I seen that. And then he had texted me and he was like, oh, thank you, I love you so much, yada yada yada. Me being stupid, because I didn't know how to say like, I don't want to be with you because you're dirty. Me being stupid, I was like, oh, I love you too, anytime, this, that, and the third. Like, bitch, are you stupid? So I sent him that, and I was like, oh, I love you too, da da. So then after that, he was just like, he was like, oh, he can always count on me for things. And I was like, yeah, anytime. Still being stupid. So then I can't remember I can't remember the date that he did this, but this is what stopped me from communications, everything. I honestly think it was in August. No, it wasn't in August. It was after. Maybe it was in August. I think it was in August. Okay, I think it was like August 8th. If not, y'all gonna see it up here, because I do have the pictures of that. Y'all, I'm just, at the time when I was staying with my godfather, his stepdaughter had a bunk bed. I would sleep at the top, she would sleep at the bottom. I'm sitting at the top bunk, you know, just scrolling through. And I had money in my account. Now, mind you, I wasn't going to nobody else's house besides my stepfather, my godfather, and his house. So I get this notification from Cash App. Let me backtrack a little bit. From Cash App, I kept on getting these, like somebody was trying to order a pizza with my card. And I was like, there's no way somebody can have my card because my card is in my purse. Then one day I was actually going to pay for some gas. Good thing that I had a different card. I had a whole nother card. But I was trying to go pay for some gas, and I couldn't pay for my gas because I couldn't find my Cash App card. So I had to transfer my money to another card, and then that's how I had to pay for it. So it kept on giving me like notifications saying that somebody kept on trying to buy a pizza with my card in Lafayette at Domino's. And I was just like, why does it keep on doing that? And so then next thing you know, when I'm sitting on the bunk bed, couple days pass. My chime gets a notification, as y'all can see, that $63 was withdrawn from an ATM, and I was in the bed. Everybody else was in the house. So I'm pissed. I'm screaming. I'm crying. And my cousin and my aunt, they come in and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, somebody took money off my card. It was $60. Like, I'm like distraught. Like, who would take my money? And I text my dad that, and I was like, somebody took my money. Like, I'm really mad. Like, really, really mad. Like, why would you? I know it's just $60, y'all. Like, $60 may not seem like a lot to y'all, but for me, $60 is $60. Like, that is mine. Like, regardless, I don't care. It's mine. So I get the message that $60 is taken from my account. $63. Let me be exact, because it was a $3 ATM fee, and it was $60. So now I'm heated, like, I'm crying. And so it's like, I kept on thinking. And some just told me to text crazy. And so I text crazy, and I was like, did you take my money? And I texted him that, like, to his phone, because we was just texting. Mind you, we was just texting. And so all my messages was going through. Then as soon as I said, did you take my money? Because I don't be around nobody else. And I never drop my card. Every time I left a store, my card goes straight in my purse. So let's not get this, let's not get it twisted. I never dropped my card. So I was like, did you take my money? And so he was like, I was like, did you take my money? And then he was like, why I keep saying he was like, because he didn't say nothing until a year later. So I said, did you take my money? And it showed up green. Like, when you text somebody and it's green, nothing. Then I texted him on Snapchat, and I was like, give me my money back. And he was like, I don't got your money, this, that, and the third, trying to lie. He was trying to lie about it. And so I was like, why is you lying? Like, give me my money back. Like, give me my $60 back. Like, what's wrong with you? And so he still was not trying to give it back. So I was just like, you a bum. Like, you was a whole bum out here. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you was a bum. Like, you're giving bummy vibes. Like, come on, little bum. Make it make sense. Then after that, I just let the situation be dead. And then, as y'all can see here, he kept on begging to be with me. He really was in love with me. He was really being delirious. And I didn't want him back no more. Like, I was over it. Like, how can somebody who so-called love you do something like that? Like, how, like, I stood beside you. I broke bread with you. I cleaned up your room, your dirty ass, stanky ass room, and you still did some shit like that. Like, you owe me a big ass apology. Like, you owe me an apology, dude. Like, seriously, if you watching this, you really owe me an apology, because I don't feel like that was right for you to do some shit like that. Like, that really like, and that really had hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, because like, I ain't never had no boy that I had like really had like do something like that to me. So, alright, let's get straight into it. And so then I became like heartless. Like, I was just like, I just made dumb decisions. Like, I became depressed, everything. And it wasn't because of the money. It was just because of the simple fact, like, why do boys treat me like this? Like, I couldn't understand, like, why they was treating me like this. And on top of that, I still had other things that my mind was, thinking about. And so, after that, y'all, months go by. I want to say it was a good year go by, y'all. He sent me this big ass paragraph, y'all, out of nowhere. He sent me this big paragraph, and he was telling me he is sorry and this and that and the third. Now, when you're around somebody, how you know how they talk. Like if you're around me, I don't say no big words. Like, that's just that. Like, I don't say no big words. So, like, if you're around me, if I use a big word in a sentence, like texting you, you're gonna be like, she got it on the internet. Well, that's how it was for me. I had seen some big words, and I was just like, You took it off the internet, didn't you? So I was just like, let me copy and paste it. So I copied and pasted, and sure enough, that's what he did. Took it off the internet. So I texted my life, F you. I was like, you fake, you a fraud, you don't really care about me, this, that, and the third, and stuff like that. Yo, I was going, oh. Cause like, you really had the audacity to try to tell me sorry with a letter, with a paragraph from off of the internet? Who do you think I am? A freaking caterpillar? No. Love me better. So, then he was like, I typed that from the heart and it's da 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 da. Yo, he tried to put his name at the bottom. He was like, love crazy. Bitch, we not up in 12th grade writing essays. You don't put love whoever. You made yourself suspect when you did that. But anyways, so he was just like, kept on trying to apologize. I wasn't trying to hear no apology because he wasn't trying to tell me the truth, and everybody was telling me to press charges about my money because he stole it. And I wasn't really trying to press charges because that wasn't going to fix anything for me. I did dispute the charge, and I will be able to see I disputed that, and I got my money back. But I wasn't trying to press charges. Like, I really wanted to know, like, if you really love me, why would you do something like that to me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, just being dumb. Like, I was just being stupid and stuff. And so after that, all of that had passed and stuff, he ended up out of nowhere recently, and I'm gonna show y'all that Cash App notification, but I will scratch out his name because I don't need y'all to know Crazy's real name. He ended up sending my $60 back. So I had got $60 twice, guys. Y'all, I had got my money back twice. And stuff, and he apologized, but I honestly believe that it wasn't a real apology, because if you can lie to me about taking my money, you can lie to me about an apology. Anybody can say I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about the situation. Anybody can say I'm sorry and not really mean it. Anybody can say I love you and not really mean it. So it's just like, you don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you were so sorry, you would have never done it from the beginning, where you would be in a position to say sorry. And so I just felt like, like, I was just over it. Like, I was really distraught. Like, you broke me at my lowest. Like, who does that to somebody, And so, why would you, like, my thing was, like, that I would never talk to him again, because I'm already on the ground. You just push me down even more. Like, why would you do that? Like, I was going through enough, so why didn't you just try to help me? You know what I'm saying? You only kept on pushing me down and pushing me down and pushing me down. And I had realized, like, if I want to deal with this and I want to stay depressed, this is who I should be with, because I'm never going to be happy. Like, never. And so I realized, like, I really wanted to be happy at one point in time in my life, so I started talking to him. And I dated all me and his conversations. He still tries to get in contact with me. He still slides up. But Crazy, you're done for. Like, you ruined every chance that you had. And I'm not the same anymore. You're always gonna be the same person. The only thing that's gonna change about you is maybe your shape, your hair, and your age. Nothing else will change about you. How you live your life will only change if you want it to change. So if you become rich, that's the only thing that's going to change. But taking from other people and pushing people lower, you're never going to change from that. I promise you. Because it's always going to sneak back up on you. I promise you that. And I had a friend at work, and she kept on telling me, like, don't talk to him. Ew, that's who you talk to. And I didn't know no better. Like, I really didn't. She told me she had went to school, and she's a real cool person. I really genuinely like her. And she was like, ew, you talk to him. And I was just like, what's wrong with him? And she didn't tell me anything. And, basically she let me see for myself. And I appreciate her for letting me see for myself, because I needed to see for myself. But I can never be with him ever again after that, because he really pushed me down to my lowest, y'all. Like, he did a lot of things that I don't think a man should. I feel like I don't think a man should do that. Like, my daddy don't treat me like that. So why would I let a nigga treat me like that? and like he was just hella disrespectful. Like I was like, I'm honestly and truly, y'all, I'm a sweetheart and I'm goofy. But when you get on my bad side, you're on my bad side. Like my bad side. Like I tend to like not like you once you're on my bad side. So he was just like, he kept on like taking my goofiness and like, oh, chill out, why you acting like this, oh, chill out, like he kept on doing that, and I didn't like that, because it's like I'm just naturally goofy. So if you don't like me like this, then you guys to get to step in. So I just keep on getting sad, and like I would cry about it, because I would be like, am I too childish? Like, is it time for me to grow up and stuff like that? But it wasn't me, baby, it was him, because I'm still childish. But anyways, y'all, every last piece of evidence that I have, that I actually do have, I will post it up here. I'm going to try to screenshot some of the pictures off of his Snapchat, because I know he still got some, but I'm gonna try to screenshot some. Hopefully I can get some. If I can't, I'm really sorry, y'all, because I had deleted all of me and his messages on iMessages, but I know on Snapchat it's still there. So I'm gonna try to see what I can find. And yeah, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and y'all share this video. I'm gonna be doing another video, another story time. Oh yeah, I'm out.